Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Floyd, Money Mayweather, Terrence Crawford, and Errol, the true Spence. Get this. According by Jim Calfa, Errol Spence needs Mayweather to train him for Crawford rematch. There's a lot of talk about Errol Spence Jr. needing to bring Floyd Mayweather Jr. in as a new coach to replace Derrick James for his rematch with Terrence Crawford to save his 11-year career. Derrick James looked lost without answers in Spence's corner during the fight with Crawford last July. And it's believed that if Mayweather were working that night, he would have had useful instructions that he could have given Errol. Whether Mayweather would be willing to come in as a replacement for Derrick is unknown at this point, but he would be an excellent coach to help Spence. That said, Floyd has a lot of things going on in his life, and he might not be willing to work full-time as a coach for Spence in his training camp for a rematch with Crawford. Mayweather has already given the former IBF, WBA, WBC welterweight champion Spence some sound advice, saying he needs to move up to 160 or 168. And 154 isn't enough of a move up in weight for Spence to be at full strength at 100%. And let me counterpunch. I don't think Floyd would do that either, and I don't think he would have time. In fact, I don't think he would make time. You know, I think someone like Floyd Mayweather, I don't think he is the coaching type. Just because you're the best fighter or one of the best fighters in your generation does not make you a good trainer. Okay, I remember Pernell Whitaker, which is one of the all-time greats. You know, he wasn't really a successful trainer because just because you're smart don't mean you have the ability to teach properly, because maybe it goes against you because a lot of things you just take naturally for cash value. You already do it automatically. Whereas somebody that you're trying to explain, you can't really connect to them because you already know how to do that, and it's pretty much innate. Okay. And I think Floyd is one of those guys. He can teach you his style, but you know, you can't teach instincts or ring IQ. That has to all come in, you know, with experience, you know. And I think the best thing Floyd has done is exactly what he said. Needs to move up to 160 or 168, you know. And Floyd, he's just too big for a trainer. He's too much for a trainer. I don't think he wants to be in the spotlight to be in someone's corner. I don't think that's the case. He might be in the front row yelling at Gervonta Tank Davis, but no, he don't want to hold a spit bucket, people. So I don't really see Mr. Calfa's plea to bring Floyd in. You know, Floyd don't have the time. Floyd won't make the time. And Floyd is more about himself as anything, still to this day. He may be, 46 years old, but still, at the grand scheme of things, Floyd, Money Mayweather, okay, will not be training anybody. And maybe if he gets in his 50s, then he gets a little older. But I think if he still has enough, juice to make these exhibition fights, and him to still be showcased in the squared circle, I think that's what you're going to get from Floyd. I don't think you're going to get anything else, and he's still living la vida boxeo, right? He's not worried about being a trainer and looking at anybody else. And now he does bring certain prospects, like his latest prospect in, like he did Tank Davis, but he's still, it's him that's representing these new fighters. It's him that presented Gervonta Tank Davis. It's him. Get it? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Floyd possibly coming in to replace Derrick James as a coach. Now, speaking of Derrick for a second, did Derrick look lost? I don't think he expected that type of fight. I don't think anybody did. And I think he pretty much learned as he went along. I mean, certain fighters you just can't train for, especially someone with a style-bending, stance-changing style like Terrence Crawford. someone slick like that, I mean, it's kind of hard to, to gauge, especially when this guy's doing fighters and then he's strong, then he's good, then he's tough. I mean, it was a lot for him, and I don't blame Derrick. I used to give Derrick James a lot of stuff. I think he should have stopped that fight. I think if he really cared for Errol Spence, he would have stopped that fight, and I think he was really thinking about himself. Now, I do think that, but do I think he should be replaced? No, I don't think he should be replaced like that. Especially not for Floyd Mayweather, that's not even trained or proven to be a good trainer. Just a really good fighter. But again, you guys tell me what you think about a possible switch up, according to Mr. Alpha, of Derrick James to Floyd Mayweather. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.